Hello and welcome back to round 2 of Wednesday Night Standard here at GameSwap in tranquil Mason, Ohio.
I thought it was beautiful last round.
I try to say something different every time.
Alright.
So on the left we have Michael Riccella with Mono Blue Mill, Fraying Sanity,
Now that card's insane when it hits, okay?
and Startled Awake.
Oh yeah, like,
And on the right we have Brice Sheeler with Blue-Red Control. This will truly be a test of how well he can divvy out his negates.
yes. I mean, if... It really depends. Game 1 is going to determine how many negates he has in the main deck, really.
Right, for sure.
Um,
Probably 2?
yeah, that's what I ran, because I ran Forest and Scatters.
Right.
But yeah,
Most lists that I've seen are 2, 3 max in the
Yeah.
main deck. And
the fourth in the side, like the remaining in the side, probably.
really, the ones that I've looked at, I haven't seen. I haven't seen that.
No.
Like maxing out the playset and the sideboard.
Yeah, it may just been a personal preference for me, but I maxed out negates
Sure.
most of the time in standard control decks.
Yeah, and I mean with a viable ramp deck running around, I can attest to the value of having access to 4 negates between your main deck and sideboard.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like Monday, the week of the Open, I had 3 negates in the 75 and 0 summer dismissals, but by Wednesday, Thursday, when most people knew ramp was a thing, I had 4 negates in the 75 and 1 summary.
Yeah, and that was definitely why I chose to put the full 4 in the sideboard as well.
All right. Oh, so just not for the control matchups?
I mean, yeah, yes and no. I mean, it wasn't the turning point. I mean, they just happened to be good.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure, in the control matchup, absolutely. And I'm glad that I did it in hindsight, seeing as how I played against control 5 times. But yeah, really, what made me do that was ramp being a thing.
Oh yeah, I can definitely agree with that logic. But one thing I feel about the control over the past weekend was like I just felt like it was overrepresented. That's because of Nicol Bolas.
You think so?
Oh yeah. 7 mana Planeswalker. I feel like most times you just die with it in your hand at times.
Yeah, I don't think the card's good. Of course, Brice is going to prove me wrong. He's got at least 1 in his deck because we just saw it. Of course, he's shipping it back because that's not a card you want in your opening hand.
No, never. Like the only card that's higher than 4 mana you want in your opener is maybe Trench Gearhawk at times.
Sure, just to make sure that you have one.
Yeah, and even then, sometimes I don't even want my opener,
Yeah.
just because like I may die with this in my hand
Right.
instead of it being like one of your action spells.
Or you might run it out, before blocks in combat, thinking that you're going to get somebody, and
A braid.
they abrade it. I may have done that like once or twice on the weekend.
It probably felt great for you to do that.
Yeah, it sure did. Yeah, that's so I would wait for them to tell me what the target of the trigger was before I would do that, so they had as little information as possible. Yeah, good stuff.
I mean,
Good times.
typically that's what you should be doing, anyways. Most time.
There were definitely situations where I got a little overzealous with it and gave them free information. Like say, they run it out, they choose Glimmer, and it's my turn, and I don't need to kill it to prevent a block or something like that. You want to let them go ahead and cast the Glimmer during your end step, and then kill it before they untap.
Oh yeah, I can agree.
Right, so it's not informing the decisions that they're making on the Glimmer.
Yeah, that's fair, because I can totally see my choices on my Glimmer being changed if I have a Gearhawk or not.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and I was giving away a little bit of percentage doing stuff like that because I was real happy about the fact I could just abrade it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think
So we got a bit of draw go here.
Supreme Will.
Yep.
This card I'm not so hyped about.
Really? I think you're flat wrong.
I mean, I could be. I'm pretty bad.
I think it's exactly what these kinds of decks want.
With the mono blue mill deck or the control decks?
Both of them. Does it have islands? Yeah.
Hey, what?
You want it.
Then what about your Team Energy deck?
So Champion of Wits did that for me.
Okay.
Yeah, basically the same thing except it could attack.
All right.
So Riccella's got the frayed sanity.
Yeah, I think this game
on
one's
the board.
locked up. I'm pretty sure game one's locked up unless Brice here has a way to deal with this frayed insanity.
I mean, he's going to have to counter every single mill spell for the rest of the game.
And just based off what we can see off his hand, and that's not happening anytime soon with the 3 essence scatters. Oh, look. It did. But what other mill spells are there in Standard? But, like, even when Brice counters spells, he still has to mill cards due to frayed insanity because it says when cards go to the graveyard.
Yeah, it's only going to be 1, but...
I know, but...
know. Oh.
Oh, what just resolved? Oh.
Yep.
I would just concede. Yep, okay.
Got him!
And this is Standard, boys, so you can play male.
Got him. Yeah, so here's the crazy thing about fraying sanity, if you don't know. If you have multiples of this card in play, at the end step when they trigger, the second trigger will count the number of cards that was milled from the first trigger. So let's say that we've got 2 fraying sanities in play, and we mill our opponent for 5. Okay?
Yeah, so
then at their end step, the fraying sanities trigger. So the first one's going to mill 5 more, and then that second one's going to mill 10.
Yeah. So that's 20 cards.
Yeah, so get it, right? So that's 1/3 of your opponent's effective life total.
Yeah.
And then, right, the big one, Startled Awake, mill 13.
So then you go...
Mill 13, and then mill 26. So with 2 fraying sanities and 1 Startled
52.
Awake, yeah, you kill your opponent.
Yeah,
you kill him.
So if I was Brice right here, I would actually just be boarding cards and not taking cards out. I would make sure I have less than 15 cards in my sideboard during game 2.
Sure, let's just put them all in there. Go to 75. Let's just get crazy.
I mean, maybe not 75, but like if I could see a corner case a card could be used, I'd probably bring it in.
Right, yeah, you don't want magma sprays in your deck right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the power toughness of the creature mill.
I missed it as well.
All right, let's see if the streamer can help us out here for a second.
So, in the meantime, we should point out that Twitch recently announced that affiliates could have subscribers, and sure enough, here at Top Deck Productions, we are a Twitch affiliate. So if you just scroll right on down the page there, you should see a subscribe button. Jam that thing. Jam it hard.
Okay, all right.
And subscribe to the channel. All of the proceeds are going back into improvement of the channel. This is not a for-profit venture at this point.
Yeah, also, if you do have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for free if you're not subscribed to any other Twitch channels.
Right, and notably with Amazon Prime, you have to refresh that each month. It doesn't roll over as it would if you used a credit card. So if you use your Amazon Prime here at Top Deck for a month and then decide that maybe you might like to use it elsewhere, you're not locked in.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. But then that said, you also, if you do want to keep using your Amazon Prime free subscription for Top Deck, you have to do it again each month.
I mean, it's whatever, right?
Right. But all of the proceeds from those sorts of things, folks, will go back into the improvement of the quality of the stream and hopefully improvement of the quality of the commentators, because I tell you what, we suck.
Yeah, probably. This is my first time.
It shows. So, and I just broke Robert.
Oh, that's not easy. That's not hard to do. Oh, what is this?
It's a blue card. It costs 1 blue mana. You put it into play, and it does things.
All right, it's a creature. Oh, yeah, you can't get Spire Bluff Canal. Ooh, Spartan 666 Woot just subscribed with Twitch Prime.
I know that guy.
You do? Who is that?
A friend of mine from Destiny.
Destiny. Oh.
Yeah. We started playing Trials of Osiris together in Destiny a couple years back, and have been playing the game on and off together ever since. Currently enjoying the Destiny 2 beta on PS4 with my friend.
All right. How do you feel about Destiny 2 compared to Destiny itself right now?
It's everything I've ever wanted it to be. Yeah, so this isn't a Destiny stream, but if you're into those sorts of things, folks, you played the first one and you got tired of getting one hit killed by a whole bunch of bullcrap. All that bullcrap has been nerfed, so it doesn't one hit kill anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you better be able to shoot your gun, because you can't shoulder charge, you can't sticky grenade, you can't shotgun, you can't fusion rifle, none of that crap.
My favorite thing about sticky grenades were back in Halo 2 days.
Yeah, but those took skill, right? These have tracking and aim assist.
Really?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
You mean what the fudge is that?
Yeah, what's the fridge?
Yeah, this is a family-friendly stream.
I'm not used to sticky grenades to having tracking. My bad. I was blown out by that.
We don't want to have a Martin Muller moment here.
You know what you referenced is probably really funny, but it's probably way before my time.
No, it was at the last Pro Tour.
Really?
Yeah, he was being interviewed on stream by BDM, and he dropped an F-bomb, and BDM almost had kittens right there on the live stream. And you could see the look on his face. There were kittens about to pop out from his nether regions.
Oh.
Yep, so fraying sanity here.
Now, fraying sanity would not... Since fraying sanity didn't see Essence Scatter, I don't think he would be getting milled at all.
Essence Scatter? What's Essence Scatter going to do about an enchantment?
No, Michael here played in another...
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. But Riccella was sequencing that way in an effort to...
bait out a counter spell so he can land that frame sanity.
Mm-hmm.
Now...
To make sure that Brice didn't have double blue up.
Yes.
To cast the disallow that it is definitely in his hand right now.
Oh, yeah, I see it. Now, he's going to mill for a total of 6. Okay.
Brice untaps, drew a copy of Censor. Probably not where you want to be right now.
Nope. Okay, Chandra, Torch of Defiance.
Mm-hmm.
So, I see why he would be playing Chandra, Torch of Defiance.
Certainly.
But... that was pretty good, but... Personal preference, I don't like Chandra in these...
I mean, is it? Because, so what, he's going to plus Chandra in subsequent turns and mill himself? You know, no, I mean, Frank Sanity won't see it because it's an exile effect, but it does cost him a card.
Oh, yeah, like, it just costs him a life total at this point.
Right. Yeah, I just don't... I don't know that, that Chandra is the kind of...
Oh, it's already right this resolved.
And that's game.
Yeah.
Riccella very pleased with himself.
Oh, yeah, like...
Yeah. I don't blame him.
He's living the dream right now. He's on Magical Christmas Land.
His opponent tapped low for what I would argue was an irrelevant Planeswalker.
Oh, yeah, like...
And Riccella seized the day.
He was like, all right, going to town with the Startled Awake.
And then you can get Startled Awake back.
Oh, yeah, it's a flip card.
Right.
There's more to it.
It does cost mana to return it from your graveyard and put it into play as this creepy ghost child.
Creepy ghost child.
Creepy ghost child.
My favorite ghost is Casper, personally.
So I have sworn off any and all movies that involve creepy ghost children.
You mean Casper?
Doesn't do it for me.
All right.
Not worth my time.
All right. Manic Scribe is a creature we were talking about earlier.
Brice is going to scoop him up.
Yeah.
He has reached his wit's end. His sanity is frayed.
Yep, pretty much. I mean, I didn't think the mono blue mill deck would get there personally, because
I do have to say that I don't think the matchup is as good as Riccella made it look here. I think that tapping low for that Chandra with a disallow in your hand was probably a bad idea.
Yeah, like, personally, I would have more preferred to play a flash game in this matchup and just, like, hold on torrentials.
Right.
Because...
yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah.
You get milled for 26 cards, at least.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's going to do it for round 2 here at Wednesday Night Standard. We will be back here shortly with round 3, which will be the final commentated round of the evening of this wonderful, fresh, hot, and exciting standard format.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It is pretty good.
I mean, Mill just won.
Indeed, Mill just won. We saw it happen right
Live.
here on camera. All right, we'll be back soon, folks. Join us then. Thank you.
Thank you.